Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Hey,
everyone.
guys. Hey,
Hello.
hey, team. All right, my friends. Well, I think we can start. Already got some people lining up. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you are as excited as we are for this session today, for this special edition of the LayerX talks. Today we will present the 2024 roadmap for LayerX, TAIKAI, and Bepro as well. And as you can see, we have the full team here today, the head of departments, our co-founders. So it's great to have everyone on board for this nice talk. And yeah, let's get started. So the way we structure this talk, first, our co-founders, Mario and Elder, will provide an overview of 2024, what we have in store. And then each head of department will share its specific plans, the roadmap and strategy for this year. And then at the end of the talk, we'll save some room for a Q&A session, about 10 minutes. So during the conversation, if you feel like you have any questions, anything that you want to ask us, just write in the chats and we'll try to answer as many of those as we can. So Mario or Elder, which one of you want to start?
Yeah, I can start. So actually, I wanted to talk about 2023 first, because I think it was a very challenging year. I think that we had both macroeconomic conditions that were not so great for the overall products that we have within the LayerX ecosystem. There were some companies that struggled to survive. Fortunately, that was not our case. Fortunately, I believe that we built a very solid foundation within 2023. Although most of the work was done in the background, I think that has paved the way for 2024 to be our biggest year so far. And that's what I believe in. So I think that this year is going to be the best year for the LayerX ecosystem as a whole, and that counts for any product that we have inside our portfolio. So what do I hope, or what do we have in store for 2024? As an overall vision, and then everyone can speak about their specific area. I think that in 2024, we will be able to now start to see on the macro level more companies both growing and being born out of these new, let's call it pre-bull markets in which we are in. And that will pave the way for three things, or three pivotal areas that we want to focus on. So for TAIKAI, which is our oldest product, I think we will be able to reach more organizations, launch more hackathons, and being able to drive adoption on the hackathon side forward, not just for the biggest clients that currently are working with us, like Starkware, like iExec, like Aleph Zero, like other clients that we currently have, but also for us to deal with new ones that are going to appear, and for us to continue to be present in the community events, so ETH events and other Web3 related events. I think they will be fundamental for us to keep growing our existing community. Second area that we want to focus on, and it's more related with the Bepro products, is how do we keep bringing people and bringing organizations in to use the product. I think that 2023 has shown us that if we have tasks, if we have bounties coming in, then we have people that are able to address those tasks, which is good. We still need to keep growing that user base, and hopefully we want to have some synergies here with TAIKAI, in which we're able to bring the builders that we currently have on TAIKAI to also experience the Bepro network product. But on the organization side, and I believe this is where we haven't been able to showcase results in 2023, is to bring organizations to launch more tasks. And this is something that we want to keep focusing on, keep bringing adoption. And now we believe that we have the conditions to do so, because we now have a newly revamped product. Now we have an open marketplace in which any organization can launch tasks. So this will be easier for these organizations to be able to interact with us. Last but not least, developing the TAIKAI Garden. So the token launch regarding TAIKAI is related with this grand roadmap of the TAIKAI Garden. And this is also where the products interact with each other. And hopefully what we want to have in the future is a way for projects to be able to go out of a hackathon that was organized in TAIKAI and are able to further develop their projects and eventually use Bepro for small tasks that they want to be delivered, and use both TAIKAI or Bepro tokens to do that. And this is what we're aiming for this year. All right, I think I've already covered, like in a macro level, what we want to do. So I would leave the floor to Elder to go a little bit deeper, more into the tech-related vision, if you want to do that.
Yeah, I think it was important to put this kind of context just for everybody to understand that it was a transforming year, at least in terms of technology for TAIKAI and Bepro. We've been on the Bepro side, we've been transforming the product from the ground. So we've been able to deploy the product in several chains. We are transforming the product in terms of experience and bringing also more users to the protocol, because we allow anyone to launch a task, even if it's a content task or a technology task or development task. And this is something that we keep ourselves busy during the year, trying to improve that. And this paves the way to the future, to basically during this bear market, to create a very robust product. It was, I think, a success in terms of product, because we were able to take the product to a different level. And it is for Bepro, I think we have at least the pillars for the future, and allow us to embrace this year more focused on the user acquisition and basically user engagement, and bring more users to the protocol, not only for solving tasks but also for the organizations. I think we are more than ready to work with partners to at least convince them to use Bepro, to also outsource them most of the work that they can be done using a different provider than the internal team. So I think we are ready, and more than ready, to embrace new partners for Bepro, and basically try to solve other business problems using this crowded technology that we implemented in Bepro. And it is something that we are proud of, and I think we are ready for the future, because right now we have a better solution in terms of tech, a more optimized solutions in terms of user experience. And I think people will understand that this lot of effort that we put last year is going to have a better result, at least for this year. And this completely, it's important for us to at least to make our product, that is Bepro, a more viable solution for organizations to outsource work, and using our protocol to basically validate the work that is delivered. In terms of TAIKAI, I think TAIKAI is a very mature product in terms of tech and in terms of the market. But what we can bring more in this year is having the TAIKAI Garden. We are able to expand our service and basically allow people that take a project that they develop on hackathons and use their products and transform their products or their projects into a business. And I think that's the goal of TAIKAI Garden. We are focusing our attention on this for the TAIKAI team and allow anyone to use TAIKAI as a hub for finding other project members, finding mentors, finding capital. And this is going to be our expansion or our TAIKAI expansion to the market to at least accelerate projects to be business in the future. And this is our completely effort for 2024 is to completely materialize at least 70 or 8% of the vision defined on the white paper and implement it and go to the market and get some feedback and try to improve this vision and at least materialize what we have in mind to at least make TAIKAI the hub for builders, entrepreneurs, and designers and developers. And that's the main vision, at least for us, is to put the team working on this and at least at the end of the year have the beta version of TAIKAI Garden running on the market and validate that we are going to the right direction and if there is a market fit, at least for this extension of TAIKAI. And that's most of it. I don't know if Mario wants to add something related to this vision, but at least I think it's from the tech point of view. This is the grand vision for 2024.
Yeah, I actually want to hear the other heads to speak about their vision. But as a final note, I think that Elder very thoroughly explained what we aim to do for this year. I just wanted to reiterate that for us, 2024 is a very promising year, and we're hoping that it becomes actually the best year of all time. So that's everything that I wanted to say, at least regarding vision. So I'll let Carlos proceed with the other people.
All right, perfect. Thank you guys for sharing this side of the vision. I think it's very important that our community also understands where we are going and where we left in 2023. So let's jump into the roadmap itself, and let's start with the development part. First with TAIKAI. So I'll let Henrique Macedo talk about this one. Henrique, for those that don't know, is VP of Engineering. So Henrique, stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Carlos. The sound is good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So, like Mari said and Elder, 2024 will be an incredible year for TAIKAI because we will embark on taking TAIKAI to the next level, aligning with the platform original vision. Our goal for this year is crystal clear: to give live hackathons projects beyond the event itself. This is the main goal of building the TAIKAI Garden. And the TAIKAI Garden as a product is a set of features that shape our vision for the garden, as we have on the white paper. Some of these features will be shared with the existing TAIKAI platform that we know today, and these will be the first ones to roll out this year. And our approach involves deconstructing the white paper so we don't have to wait for the final line of code or the final feature to go public with everything and be tested, but taking a broader perspective, considering the extensive white paper, which I recommend reading multiple times because it is dense. Okay, so we have divided all the features and stages that a project can go through in the garden into quarters, and these allow us to onboard beta testers at the end of each quarter, enabling them to assist us in testing everything, providing feedback, and refining everything throughout the journey of 2024. So be ready about this, as we will open beta testers registrations at the end of each quarter. We want to communicate closely with these users throughout our Discord, but we will provide more details about this in the coming weeks. And moving forward and back to the product, in this first quarter, we will release some features that will not be exclusively to the TAIKAI Garden, but will also be shared with the existing TAIKAI platform. And these features include support for multiple wallets and expanding beyond the MetaMask that we already support to include other wallets. And the project comments that will allow users to engage in discussions, replies, codes, etc. The project feed that will present a timeline of all activities related to projects created and updated on TAIKAI using a specific algorithm that considers not only the project's creation date, but also likes, TAIKAI's balance, etc. And users will also have the ability to follow other users and follow projects to stay updated about them. And as I said, these features will be available on TAIKAI platform and within the TAIKAI Garden. Speaking specifically about the Garden, in this first quarter, we will provide some users with the ability to create seed projects. This means taking a project that concludes an hackathon and bring them to the Garden, or even starting a project from scratch directly in the Garden. And in Q2, we will develop the mechanism that allows a project to apply to become a Sprout project. This status enables a project to promote its development, receive community donations, and be selected through an algorithm to initiate the farming sprints. Additionally, in Q2, we'll introduce the TAIKAI token, an integral part of the seed project creation process, and it will also allow users to become mentors and validators. In the third quarter, our focus will be exclusively on the sprints that the project will undergo within the farming process and on the voting process of each sprint, where the community tells if a project can remain in farming and validates if it is fulfilling what is proposed to have access to the next sprint. And in the final quarter, our goal is to provide validation updates for each project through a dispute mechanism. The community will vote if an update is valid or not, and we will also introduce the option for a project to self-promote within the TAIKAI Garden. Apart from all of this, we are actively exploring the best mechanism to connect our two products, TAIKAI and Bepro. It makes sense for users not only to share their achievements, such as winning X hackathons or having X projects in the Garden or solving X tasks in Bepro, but also allow the project members to quickly launch tasks in Bepro for a project in the Garden. The user experience is one of the most important things here, especially the educational process for a smooth transition to bring a Web2 user to the Web3 world. And this is without a doubt is one of the most critical things in this next step on TAIKAI journey. That's why the community is so crucial for us in this journey, not only the Web3 community, but also the Web2 community. We want to bring all of you to help us build this. So that's all from me and from the TAIKAI side.
Awesome. Thank you, Enrique. Now we'll move for the Bepro roadmap. And this one will be presented by João Gonçalves, also known as Mage, which is head of development at Bepro. So Marsh, feel free to start. Okay, I think Marsh might be having some
I can present.
trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's better.
You can go.
I think Marsh is having some trouble. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, after, like I said before, we have a huge refactor on the Bepro side last year. So multi-chain. We had a transition from bounties to tasks. We revamped also the explorer of tasks. Right now, I think we have more meticulous changes on Bepro. So we will have a better experience related to notifications, at least when people interact with the protocol or interact with the front end. We are transforming the notifications to make people easier to receive a message when something happens on the platform. We are also making sure that we integrate more wallets on the app. So instead of only relying on MetaMask, soon we will also support Coinbase wallets, Gnosis Safe, and Wallet Connect. We are also improving the marketplace management. And it's something that is important, at least for organizations, to have a very good user experience and UI to manage all the things related to the marketplace, because it's important for them to track and control what's happening inside the marketplace. And this is going to be really important, at least to close more partnerships with companies to have a better experience in terms of task creations, marketplace management, settings, including more tokens too on the payment side, also the governance side, and we are going to transform that. One important thing is to transform completely the profile of a Bepro user, so people will have a public profile on Bepro. We'll have the possibility to include more information about them, to have basically a recognized place for them to put all the tasks that they have been involved with in the protocol. And at the end, we are going to also include the TAIKAI achievements on the Bepro profile and vice versa. It's going to be basically a two-way communication between the two platforms, and this is one paves the way for the first integration between the Bepro and TAIKAI. Something that is really important is to create an educational content for newcomers for the protocols. We are going to improve the onboarding tools, helping tips for people that are not used to the Web3 terms or the Web3 concepts that Bepro is about. We are going to support more language. I think at the end, I think it's a transformation to make the product even easier to use and to onboard new customers to launch tasks and to solve tasks. And that's most of it, the transformation that we are going to do. And at the end of the year, like Enrique said, I think we are going to have a deeper integration between the Bepro products and TAIKAI Garden. And I think it's going to be important, at least, to bring more users between platforms, or making a transition from platform to platform easier, and basically have a clear UI experience for them to use, to participate in hackathons, to solve tasks, to create projects on the garden. And I think it's an integral part that we want to achieve, and to make it a unified experience for all the people that are going to use our products, and to identify the brand that is behind, and have basically a clear communication with all the participants on our platforms. And that's most of it. We are going to at least make onboard more partners in the future for Bepro. I think we are paving the way to have a much better year in terms of user acquisition, at least for Bepro. And we are at least transforming the product to make it even better than it is right now. And that's mostly the updates that we are going to do on the Bepro.
All right. Thank you, Elder, for sharing this.
I think it's Marsh again. I don't know if you
we're trying to get the connection back from Marsh. Are you there, Marsh? Can you... is it able? Not to... I don't think so.
Okay.
All right. We'll try again during the call. If Marsh can join, then he'll be able to also share his thoughts on the side of Bepro development. Yeah. Now we can hear you.
Now we can hear you.
Yeah, but I cannot see anything from the presentation, but it's okay. No, Elder said pretty much everything. I just wanted to add to that it was a transformative year for Bepro in the last year in 2023, and we do feel like we are ready to get the masses in, because the platform is ready, and all the changes that we are going to do are minor changes and helpful stuff. The core of the application is complete, and we would now start to ingress people inside.
All right. Thank you, Marsh, also for sharing your vision and opinion on Bepro. So let's move on. I believe now it's my turn to share the marketing roadmap or initiatives. It's a more suitable word for 2024. So in order for you to understand the marketing roadmap, I think it's important that I also contextualize a little bit of what happened in 2023 and what we want to achieve moving forward. 2023 for us was a year of experiments in marketing. We conducted several different tests from different social media channels, targeting different audiences, new features, resources, new platforms as well. So it was very important for us to do that because it allowed us to have a better understanding of what worked and what didn't in the ecosystem, and specifically for our products. For this year, we have a different approach. So we want to achieve a sustained growth of builders and organizations as well, but focusing on the main channels that we already have experience with and that we already tested and know that work for us, and to grow our community of builders. So one of those is to bring more educational content through the Academy series, and also explore other formats. So we can try with different types of resources. It's something that we are considering, but also the type of content that we are using for the Academy series and the rest of our blogs as well is different and trying on a different scope. One thing that if you've probably read about the last articles on the Academy series is about StarkNet ecosystem. And so this is a different approach that we want to try, not just leveraging or not just creating educational content about Bepro and TAIKAI, but also about the entire ecosystem. And that takes me to the third point, which is to leverage our partners and clients as well to grow our brand and awareness. So, for example, the Academy series is a way that we will bring more educational content along with these collaborations, but also in different formats. So you've probably seen throughout this year, this month, what we've been doing. And the LayerX talks, for example, is another way that we can leverage, but also anything that can have the cross-marketing effect that we can reach and tap to the followers and the audience of our partners or collaborations that we get in the future. This is something that we want to do because it will expose TAIKAI and Bepro, and it's not only a good chance to get us more close to builders, but also to other organizations that will see the work that we do, will see the platforms that we have, and we might be able to collaborate or work together as well in the future. Another thing that we are looking forward to work more during this year is to work with key opinion leaders, builders and influencers as well, to increase product awareness. So this is something that we've done in the past with good results. It's something that we also see the community requesting, looking forward to see other people, especially influencers, speaking about us. And it's something that we are looking forward to also run this year. It's a good way, of course, to get some exposure. And it's something that now we feel like we have the momentum, we have the platforms ready, we have the development side ready for us to be able to perform these actions and collaborate with this type of micro influencers and KOL builders, so we can get more exposure and more awareness for ourselves. And the last point, going hand in hand with what Henrique Macedo said when he shared the development roadmap about TAIKAI, most important thing for us is to grow, retain, and engage our community and builders. And that can be through beta tests, to feedback forms, contests, and so on. So we've done this in the past as well, as you saw last year, for example, with the withdraw deposits beta test feature, which was amazing for us. We collected very valuable feedback. We had a lot of people joining, trying to participate, showing their engagement. For Bepro, we also collected a design survey feedback, which allowed us to also implement some design changes just recently, just in this past few days, that probably Rodrigo will address soon. But this is something that we also want to do for this year, and we want to do more of. So more beta tests, more community engagement initiatives, so that you guys can also be part of what we are building. That's fundamental for us. And it will, at the end of the day, allow us to build better products, better platforms, and provide better solutions for you and also for organizations. And so that's what we will be focusing on throughout this year. And I believe now we can go over the next one, which is related to marketing, but not only. And for that one, I'll let Rodrigo go over it. So Rodrigo, feel free.
Thank you, Carlos. Hello, everyone. I'm Rodrigo, the head of design at LayerX, and I'm here to share the design team goals for this year. So to start, we plan to release our internal design system to the public. So this means that everyone, designer or not, will have the tools to easily create basically prototypes or interfaces for new and exciting products. This can be both Web3 products or not, so it's basically up to you. And I'm pretty excited because I'm pretty sure that this will be the first open project, open source, and for Web3 design system. So I think it will be the first one. So I'm pretty excited about it. Second point, we plan to enhance the experience of our core products. So this means that both Bepro and TAIKAI will get a unified design language, creating a cohesive look for all the LayerX products. So this basically is our main goal, and we also want to improve on this. Next, we also plan to build a strong design infrastructure for the TAIKAI garden. So basically, this means that we'll be able to build new features with much ease and also have a solid foundation for the product to grow as needed. So if you need new features, if you have to fix something, it will be much easier also using our design system. We are still currently working on this, and very soon you'll be able to share more information with our community. So stay tuned for more details. And final point, we want to basically make our design process as transparent as possible. We want to share insights, behind the scene looks, and also opportunities for the community to engage with us. Basically, we'll share more questionnaires like we did for Bepro, and also share beta testing, as Henrique and Carlos already said, for the TAIKAI garden, and also do some A/B testing. And that's basically it from the design side. It's pretty simple, but it will take much time, but it will be an exciting year, and I'm very excited for it.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Rodrigo. I believe we can move to the next topic for the roadmap, and that is regarding business. So for that one, Henrique Silva, the head of business development, will present the goals for us, TAIKAI, Bepro, and LayerX for 2024.
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me? All right?
Yep. Perfect.
Cool. So I just put the very simple topics here because I wanted to explain some things further down the line. So as a starter, I wanted to mention that last year, as Mario said, was a struggling year for everyone in the markets. I think that we ended the year with very good results. It was actually our best year so far, even though it was a tough year for everyone, from builders to companies, etc. So I think that in the midst of all of these difficulties, we came up with good results. So regarding TAIKAI, I think that towards the end of the year, we started to see more companies coming in and more enthusiasm coming in for new hackathons and new initiatives. This is also like a normal flow, because we are, I hope, getting out of a long bear market. So it makes sense that projects now have more freedom to engage in such activities that are so important to the overall ecosystem. I also wanted to share a very interesting number that I think it proves the point that things are turning and that our products are getting more and more adoption. So just for you to have a concrete notion, last year alone, we closed 54 different events for TAIKAI, which represents an increase of more 100% in relation to 2022. So, and this was done in a year that was very difficult again. So I think that we have the base to go forward and to have an excellent year, in this case for TAIKAI. The overall market seems to be now ready to engage in a lot of hackathons and a lot of initiatives. We have been getting a lot of confidence from the overall ecosystem because we already have a product that really works. It has maturity. We have use cases. We have companies that have worked with us again and again, and that will serve the base to be even stronger for 2024. So one of our goals is to continue with the clients that we have, to explore further ways to assist them. And in relation to this, last year we launched what we call consultancy package. So in essence, any organization can come to us and say, I want to build a hackathon, but I don't have the tools or the human resources to do it. And we basically work together to build it, to build for them. Our latest examples of that are with the hackathons of StartNet and also iExec. So I think that is an option that we have that really serves the market and opens new possibilities, because we are not only selling a platform per se, but we are engaging a lot with these kind of companies and team members. And that could also open the door for more future opportunities, and also related to Bepro. And I wanted to discuss that a little bit later. So that's the plan for this year, is to double down on these kind of assistance and services that we have for TAIKAI. We also want to continue our partnerships with ETH community events, and we already have a very interesting pipeline of ETH events that already confirmed the renewal of the partnership. And we are growing on that side because we have onboarded some new events like ETH Cinco de Mayo, ETH Oxford, etc. So that's very interesting. And for us, it means that one of the strongest ecosystems, which is from the Ethereum, is believing in us and our tools to make things happen. So that's amazing. Regarding Bepro, I just put this topic here, but it goes way more than this. So we have seen that with things starting to move in market-wise, a lot of grant applications have opened up. So that's one of the processes that we want to take going forward. So it's to take on a maximum number of grant applications that could make sense for the company and for us to onboard these clients. One of the things that I think it's important to mention is that I understand that some people worry about Bepro in relation to TAIKAI. I don't see it that way. I think that they are a very complementary products, because if you think about it, hackathons is a one-stop shop for creation of projects, and Bepro can help to develop those projects, or even help ecosystems to engage further after the hackathon. So I think both products align perfectly. one of the biggest difference is the maturity of both products. So these things takes time to get into the market. Regarding Bepro, we have just announced a new development in terms of tech and UI. So that's something that we have been working all year. But there are some things outside of the scope that are also important that we are discussing with some projects. So you have to keep in mind that regulations are coming forward. We need to be as much compliant as we can regarding our platform to make sure that everything works in a very good way for all stakeholders. And those are steps that usually takes time between not only our team and some possible clients that have interest in Bepro, but also it really depends on the world out there. So these are all topics that take time to develop. Bepro, I would say that now has an infrastructure, is ready to take on all of these challenges and start to onboard people and organizations. I think that the experiment that we have last year with the online event that we had, the Hackfest, I think it proven that if there are tasks, we have people that are interested in filling them out. So it's now a part of the game that we need to align with organizations to make sure that they have a clear process of using Bepro, that they feel confident also in terms of compliance and regulation. And also it's more on us to educate these companies on how to better use the product, because you don't, you probably know that they already have teams. So it's like a balance game that we are pretty much educate them. So on my side, I would say that the objective and the fact that we sometimes emphasize a little bit more TAIKAI, it's also on a strategic way, because if you think about it, if we present TAIKAI as a product that is way more mature and we capture all of these organizations that like to work with us, that trust our product, it will be much easier to then leverage them and transform this TAIKAI client into a Bepro client as well. And the objective is also to integrate even further both products, because they fit each other very nicely. So it's a more of a time game where we convince that we are a good company with good products, and perhaps TAIKAI sometimes it's the perfect opportunity for that. But then as we meet teams and they create confidence on us, we can start to moving them to Bepro as well and use both products for their initiatives. So this is a process that it's completely normal on the business world. If you work at any company, you will see this. So this is part of the strategy, because we are here for the long term. We are not quitting on any products, but we need to make things that are coherent and make sense for the other side as well. Because our clients need to have confidence not only in us, but also on the product side of things. Another thing that we will explore this year for specifically Bepro is try to figure out a way, and we will have some talks with some Web2 clients that have an interest in getting into Web3. So I think this type of clients might be a very interesting use case for the usage of Bepro, because in their case, they don't have any team members that understand Web3, they don't have the experience, anything. So I think it could be a very good opportunity for them to start to engage a little bit more with the Web3 world. Perhaps they can even rely on community to build some cool stuff for them. It might be marketing, design, development, etc. So that's a path that we will also explore this year. It's a service that we will act as intermediaries between this Web2 company and what can be done specifically with Bepro. So that's the overall objective for this year. I would say that I think this year will be a very strong year, as already Mario has mentioned, for all the reasons that I stated. So I just wanted to let you know that we are fully focused on bringing up the best of both products. We just need to make sure that the way we do it is coherent and makes sense for everyone. So that's my take on this.
Awesome. Thank you also, Enrique, for sharing the business strategy and roadmap, and also contextualizing the current state that we are in. So I think we are moving towards the end of our roadmap talk. We have a final Q&A session. We already gathered some questions from the community, and we will be addressing them right now. So the first question is, I'm going to read it out loud, but you guys will also be able to see it. So do you anticipate that 2024 will mark a pinnacle year for the entire LayerX ecosystem in terms of user expansion, adoption, and broader recognition in the industry? If yes, what are the driving factors behind this expectation? So Mario or Elder, you guys want to answer this one?
I can take that one because it goes in line with what I mentioned in the beginning. I think that 2023 was actually a pivotal year for us. And the way to grow is by building strong foundations. And we were able to do that over time. And that is what will differentiate us from the rest of the market, or at least the ones that are still being born now or just starting with their own projects. So for 2024, we actually anticipate this to be the best year so far, as I mentioned before, in terms of all the factors that are stated here: user expansion, adoption, and broader recognition. The industry is going to grow, in my opinion, so we're going to grow with it. And again, by having done that homework beforehand, we're able to reach there faster and to be able to become the reference in the space. And that is our plan for this year. So the driving factors are several. We could name that the market is one of them, but that's just the ignition that kickstarts all of this. Because again, I think that homework and having a good team, a good community, good clients, and people that truly trust our brand and our company are actually the key factors that are going to sustain this over time and make this growth feasible for 2024.
Great. Thank you, Mario. We have two more questions, which I believe can be merged into one. So these ones are regarding the tokens and listings. The first question is, how is the process to list a token on an exchange? And the second one is, will TAIKAI be listed on CoinMarketCap? So I'm not sure, Elder, do you want to take it, or anyone?
Yeah, I can also take it. I think it's easier.
Sure.
Because these two questions can be answered at the same time. So listing into an exchange or listing into any other service like CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, these are things that take more time than people estimate. Fortunately for TAIKAI, we already had some experience because we were doing that job, and we've done that job for Bepro over time. So we knew what was needed for that. But the process of listing on an exchange, if it's a decentralized exchange, it's easy and it's a transparent process. If it's a centralized exchange, the process is not transparent at all, and it's very difficult to attain if you're actually speaking with the right person or you're speaking with a scammer. So as you know, there are a lot of attempts to scam people, especially regarding exchanges. But I would say that, at least on my personal view, is to build strong relationships with the teams that are in those exchanges, to then, over those relationships, over time, be able to do an interesting listing. And that is what we've done with MXC. And of course, that is what we're planning to do with other exchanges. For now, I would say that TAIKAI is probably more interesting to be listed in other exchanges. because we have very few of them at the moment, and we just have one centralized exchange. But to be honest, if we look at Bepro has already reached the top level exchanges like KuCoin, Gate. So I think that the next step, of course, would be someone or some exchanges that are a little bit above this threshold, and that is what we want to focus on for both tokens. And that's what we want to reach for 2024, if not possible in 2024, for 2025, because again, we're here for the long term, and we're here to make this better for everyone that is involved. And regarding CoinMarketCap, it's a process that has been underway. Fortunately, we already got the approval from CoinGecko, but CoinMarketCap is taking its time, although we're trying on our side to make it as fast as possible. And I think this also answers to a question from Sebastian, that if Bepro is still a thing or is TAIKAI all the way. Both are separate tokens that have different utilities, one for the Bepro product and other for the TAIKAI product, although they're part of the same ecosystem, which is LayerX. These serve completely different purposes. So both are still our focus, and both are still our product. So we want to keep further developing that. I don't know, Elder, do you want to add anything else to this, or anybody else?
No, I think it was clear. I think it's you said everything related to the tokens. We are keep working hard to make the token a success, or both token a success, and I think it's what we have been doing since the beginning. And we are transparent with what we are doing. We are trying to list on CoinMarketCap. We are trying to have all the initiatives related to the tokens, and we are keeping both and giving them the importance that they have on our ecosystems. So yeah, they are both. Bepro is a thing for us, and TAIKAI is the same. So, but they are in different levels of maturity. So yeah, they have these utilities on their products as well.
I would just like to end this as an anecdote. I would say that these are both kids of the same father and mother. In this case, it's hard to determine who's the mother because we're both guys here as founders. But these are two kids that we have. So it's for the ones that have kids, it's very difficult to assess which one is your favorite and which one is the better. We both want them to succeed, and that's what we will try to do for both products and for both tokens as well, of course.
Great, guys.
Just before we wrap this up, sorry, Carlos. Before we wrap this up, I just want to share something that I think our community will like to know. So we pretty much closed a collaboration with Aptos. So it's a very big ecosystem and organization. So they will be working with us in several hackathon initiatives. So that's something that I wanted to keep for this call to share with all of you guys.
Awesome, that's great news. So another exciting collaboration on the way, and we already have a few lined up for this year. So hopefully many more will come. Okay, guys, I think we can wrap it up. We don't have any more questions. For those that watch this talk on a later date on YouTube or Twitter, once it's uploaded, also feel free to ask questions that we didn't address right now. You can go on Telegram or Discord, and then we'll be able to answer them on a later date as well. And I think that's it. Thank you for those that tuned in for different episodes, a different format as well. First time we test out the Twitter broadcasts. Hopefully you also enjoy it. Huge thanks to our team as well for taking the time to be here to present this. And before we go, let me just say that we will also have the POP NFT available as soon as the talk ends. So keep an eye out on our Twitter and also our Discord server. And that's pretty much it from my side. Once again, thanks everyone for tuning in and for sticking with us in this journey. And I'll leave the rest of the team to also make a final comment before we wrap it up.
Okay, I can go. Thank you all.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Go, Mike.
And no, I just wanted to say probably the same words as you're going to say, which is to thank the audience. I hope you like this format. I'm really excited about this because this was a very different format than what we usually do. But again, this year is going to be different than last year as well, and we have even higher hopes for what's about to come. So our idea is always to keep improving. We just hope you liked it and that you were able to answer your questions. If not, our team is always available to answer those. Sorry, Enrique, go ahead.
Okay, it's the same. Thank you all for joining us today. I'm truly grateful for the opportunity to share our exciting plans for TAIKAI in 2024. And let's make this year awesome together. And I'm looking forward to working closely with our community and shape the future of our products. Talk soon.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll catch you
Bye-bye.
on the next one. Bye, guys.
See you around.